Hello and welcome to Tech Cubicle on SAP. I am Daryl Griffiths and this is my weekly 180 where I spend 180 seconds on the latest techie news that impacts the world of SAP. At the end I'll pick my favourite to review in a little more detail in the cubicle. Plus I play a little game that I've invented that I'm calling LinkedAI-n, where I find a post on LinkedIn that I am convinced has been AI generated. In my SAP techie news this week, Red Hat has provided a blog post on how to run SAP unsupported in a Red Hat OpenShift orchestrated virtual machine cluster. While at first glance it looks nice with some great code source, when you start to read through the document, you'll find that it's a lot more involved than first imagined, and some of the content you actually need to read some documents that are only accessible to subscribers.
Come on!
Come on! Apart from the obvious issue, the architecture behind this is quite fascinating and shows how versatile the OpenShift platform is. Maybe this does back up my prediction that Cloud Foundry will be dropped by SAP and that OpenShift is the future SAP BTP platform. Let me know what you think in the comments. Link is in the description down below. AWS announced that Red Hat announced a price increase to the operating system license cost when hosting Red Hat Linux servers on AWS. From the 1st of April this year. The costing is moving to a vCPU-based metric, which Red Hat says should result in lower costs for some customers and higher costs for others. And I guess the others part of that statement will be HANA virtual machine owners, especially with 32 or 64 vCPUs. Something else to note is that with this AWS pricing update, Red Hat Enterprise Linux-based EC2 instances will move from per hour to per second billing. If anyone knows of other hyperscalers impacted by these Red Hat Enterprise Linux cost increases, I think they probably are, then drop a comment down below. Link is in the description. On Zoya.com, NTT Data Business Solutions Middle East and North Africa and UXE Security Solutions announced a collaboration implementation of SAP S/4HANA with embedded cloud analytics and AI capabilities in UXE Dubai. The delivery will include SAP S/4HANA Cloud with key modules such as finance, sales, sourcing and procurement. A news item from SAP regarding new financial incentives for Hong Kong-based companies to move to cloud. The initiative includes financial incentives, services and resources to help customers reduce rise with SAP migration costs by up to 50% and shorten the time to value. In addition, SAP launched the SAP Hong Kong Cloud ERP Experience Center in November 2023, providing support for companies to take advantage of the latest SAP Cloud innovations. Finally, smartShift and enterprise-wide partner up to revolutionize SAP transformations in Australia and New Zealand. This partnership aims to de-risk S/4HANA migrations by using advanced automation tooling brought to the table from smartShift, in addition to enterprise-wide's tailored systems approach. My favourite item this week is the Red Hat Linux price increases. Whilst this is not new news, I've seen a slightly confusing recent email from Red Hat that seems to state a fairly generic 10% price increase and doesn't mention AWS specifically. I've not seen any such announcements from either Azure or GCP yet. But if I look around on the Red Hat website, I can clearly see that the price increase page does talk about the same price rises at Azure and GCP as well as AWS. These changes are happening 1st of April. Will Azure and GCP customers be told in advance? If you run Red Hat Linux for SAP and will be impacted by this price increase, the AWS announcement page is quite detailed and does provide some tips on how you can lock in the lower prices for a while at least. I'll put the link in the description down below. Finally, as a bit of fun, I've devised a bit of a game. I'm calling it LinkedAI-n. More and more posts on LinkedIn are being created using AI. Some are hard to spot, but others really do stand out to me. This week, I sacrificed this post to the human editors. To me, this post looks like it is AI generated because of the absolute consistency in the structure and also the unnecessary content. It's a recruitment agency telling people what SAP stands for and what SAP consultants do. Are there really companies running SAP that don't know what SAP stands for and that they may need SAP consultants? Write some blurb about SAP Consultants. That was the brief for this post. And sure enough, SAP Consultants is repeated ad infinitum. Drop a comment down below stating whether you agree that this is AI generated or not. Maybe you've seen a post that you think is definitely AI generated. Send it to me for review on my next 180. As always, reference links are in the description. Drop me a comment down below, give the video a thumbs up, and most importantly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. And always wash your hands after leaving the cubicle. Bye bye.